The United States dollar has lost over 95% of its purchasing power since 1913, and it doesn't matter. I'm sure you guys have seen this graph on how a dollar back in 1913 is worth over $26 today. Do you think that life was a paradise back in 1913? It was really hard to have one whole dollar to yourself back in those days. Let's take a little tour of the 1913 utopic world that everyone's wishing we could get back to. Look at this chart of the share of people living in absolute poverty. It's pretty high up there in 1913, and it is much lower today. Would you look at that? Wealth inequality in 1913 is even worse than it is today. And the chances of you owning a home anywhere near a metropolitan area back then were really low. Oh, and infant mortality, like babies dying and stuff, that was much higher back then than it is today. Average life expectancy back at that time for men was 50, women 55. So it's about 20 to 25 years earlier than today. What about some kind of 401k plan, unemployment, or a pension? In 1919, only 15% of waged employees had some kind of financial protection for when they couldn't work anymore. Men at work had a fatality rate of 61 deaths per 100,000, about 30 times higher than it was today. They worked an average of 55 hours a week. Take a look at this article, America in 1915, because, such a happy, beautiful picture when the dollar had so much more purchasing power. So you know who really suffered the most from this huge drop in the purchasing power of the dollar? Really? You want to know? Yeah, the really rich people who had lots of dollars to begin with. But I think they're doing okay today.